Hello, everybody, and welcome to Mega Scorchers, the Standby Phase, Yukio, all in one podcast. Today is April 23rd, 2017, episode 38 of Mega Scorchers, the Standby Phase. And we're back with all the card game goodness. I am joined, as always, by
Matt,
Chris. Hello, Chris.
Matt,
Oh, Chris can't hear me. Hello?
there you go. You were coming in really low.
There you go. Well, that's the intro to the show. I'm coming in really low. I'm joined, as
Ah,
always, by Chris, who can now actually hear me.
hooray. Hi, guys.
Yes, because I'm doing it with Skype, so it's kind of like the jerry rig setup.
Don't you just love it?
Yeah, I just love it. It's like the olden days when I had to use Skype. You know,
Yeah.
the olden days,
Ah, the good old days.
the good old days. When this is back when, like, Shadalls were a thing and they had Construct.
Yeah.
Back when wind-ups were a thing. All the time, all the past times. Yes, but we're back this week with awesome, good card game stuff for you guys. News of the week, as always. State of the game discussions. And then we'll finish up with the tech of the week if we have one, because I don't have one. I think Gandhi had one, but he's not here. And we might even see Gandhi surprise us halfway through the show. So we will see. But we're going to start this show off like we always do. What decks have we been playing? So how about we start off with you, Chris?
I've been playing Metal Foes, various versions, either 60 cards, maybe 40 cards. Mostly 60 to avoid getting the grasses greenered.
Yeah, that's very interesting because people are now starting to just play 60 just so, you know, against the other 60 card decks, even if they're not playing Grass is Green. They're like, I'll play 60.
Yeah. Like just fit in better, just fit in more good stuff.
Exactly. Bunch of one ofs that are just so good. Oh, so good. Still sticking with the metaphors, huh?
Yep,
Yeah, they're still good.
they are.
It's just that without Kieran, they lost a big way to take care of a lot of things. So now they got to grind it out for a lot of situations,
Oh, yeah.
which I'm still fine with this. Still didn't like it.
Ha!
I still don't like it, Chris.
I know. A lot of people don't.
Yeah. I myself have been playing my Majesty Fiend deck like crazy. Even though it originally was set up where we would have 2 Allure and 3 Pantheisms, but now since, Pantheism has been down to 1, I gave up on it for a little while and I went back to it because Allure's at 3 now. So it kind of still works out a little bit. It's a little slightly less consistent, but it's still overall the same. So it's still nice doing like turn 1 Majesties with a March and a Domain, and then you say, all right, go ahead, have fun. And they go, the only thing they can do is Kaiju.
Ha!
The
Ha!
only option they got. And I love it. So I've been playing a lot of that. And then I've been working on in the background. I don't know if I've been playing it. Well, play testing, I guess. Still getting ready for Link Summoning. Just been practicing that out. Because change is going to happen.
Yep. Changes are coming.
Changes are coming. It's really hard to play an hour day format when, Link Summoning's coming.
Yeah. Also, a fun story about that. So, do you know the official Yu-Gi-Oh database, the search engine for cards?
Yes.
You can now look at stuff for links, even in the TCG.
Really, they're preemptively updating that bad boy.
Yep. Found this out by accident.
Would you type in like a Link Summon card?
Oh no, I hit refine search and it gave me ways to refine them.
I
And
see, and
it
then you saw
said,
the Link Summon options.
yeah, I saw the link arrows options.
Ah, what a giveaway.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool. That's nice to know they're preemptively getting ready for that, because it's weird how like on some ends they try to really be proactive and be efficient with the game, and then the other ends they're not. It's weird.
Yeah.
It's very weird how what it must be that department is proactive. I think it's more of that situation. That's my theory. So all the departments just got to get on the same page, do what they do. But yeah, other than that, that's been about it. I've been drooling over a little bit of the legendary fisherman stuff, but we'll get into that, of course.
I bet you were.
I bet. Yes. Legendary. Who would have thought, man? More Amazon and Legendary Fisherman support. Who would have thought?
What a time to be alive.
What a time. All right, well, that's what we've been playing. So let's start off with some news of the week. First thing we got in here is we got the actual date. It's somewhat old, but we haven't been here for a little while. But we got the official date of when Code of the Duelist is coming out. We're getting it
Hooray.
on August 4th, 2017. That's sweet, and that's also roughly the time when the starter deck is coming out as well. I think it's coming out like what, a week or two before. Let me see what starter deck.
Should be sometime after Nationals, and Nationals, I believe, is in the middle of July.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a week or two, probably midway of July. I don't have the actual date here, but somewhere around there. So you'll get the structure deck, and then we'll be hitting up with that Code of the Duelist on August 4th. So the future is coming, boys and girls. We must be prepared for the future. The tides are ever changing. So be prepared for that. Other big news item here, more product theme stuff. We have pretty much exactly what's going to be in the Megatins for 2617.
Hooray.
We got our two, I call our dual Yuki boy tin. And see, it's funny. Kai was like, I don't need to be on a tin. I can be out with somebody. I'm on by myself. And Yuki's like, yo, I got my homeboy here with me. So you can get, I thought it was cool that, they both are on there. So as per usual, it's you get 3 60 card mega packs. And each mega pack contains 1 secret rare, 1 ultra rare, and 1 super rare, and 1 rare, and 12 commons. And it'll contain the following booster sets: Shining Victories, Dark Illusion, Invasion Vengeance, and Raging Tempest. For the Yuki, you'll get a 1 secret rare Dark Magician, 1 ultra rare Pot of Desires, Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
And then 3 super rare variant cards, including number 71, what is it, Rebarian Shark?
Yes.
That's really cool, too.
Excited.
And then 1 ultra rare token featuring both the Yuki boys there, Yamayuki and Yuki Boto. For the Kaiba, same thing, except you'll get a secret rare Blue Eyes White Dragon, the Pot of Desires, and then you'll get the 3 variant cards, including Proxy Dragon. And then the 1 ultra rare token for Seto Kaiba. So now, this number 71, they changed him up from the anime, to my knowledge.
He didn't exist in the anime.
He did not exist in the anime.
No.
I could have sworn he was in the anime.
Actually, let me double check.
I mean, I don't watch the anime, so I could totally be completely wrong here. I am very interested in myself. While he's looking that up, it's a rank 3 monster here. Requires 2 level 3 monsters. 0 attack, 2000 defense. Water. Dragon. Once per turn, you can target 1 number XYZ monster in your graveyard, except number 71. You can special summon it, and if you do, detach 1 material from this card and attach it to that summoned monster as its XY material. And if this card is sent to the graveyard, you can choose 1 rank up magic spell card from your deck and place it on top of your deck. It is a sweet card indeed. If you, especially, if I can imagine now you have more support for basically if I want to make a rank up magic deck, like a way to just put them right to the top, do some crazy shit. That's pretty cool in my eyes.
Oh, yeah. Also, yeah, it was never in the anime.
Already, I am wrong on that one.
Right.
The other interesting thing from the tins is we're actually getting a Link monster in it, that Proxy Dragon.
Yeah.
That's
That's a bit early than I thought we were going to get them. So I am surprised.
Yeah, that's like, well, it is the first. Actually, these are technically the first tins in Link Summon, so that's pretty interesting that they planned that much ahead. So it's a light Link monster. It's a Cyberse. Link 2. So it requires 2 monsters, it says here. If this card as you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you could destroy 1 monster at this card's link points instead. And its link points are pointed to the left and to the right. So pretty much you can pretty much just take out another person in the link summon zone, or if you have this below in your monster zone because you have other links, you can use 2 other monsters from the left to right.
Also, if I'm right on how these things work, you'll be able to claim that zone on the left when you mark it.
Exactly. Exactly, good sir. So that's cool. So, hey, you know what? At this point, my view is that, like, there are some obviously shitty Link monsters, but overall, every Link monster I've seen could have a legitimate good purpose. So I'm liking every Link monster I've seen so far, and Proxy Dragon's another one that I think is pretty cool. Overall, how do you feel about the tins, Chris? We got that Pot of Desires, which is a godsend to people who don't want to spend. What's probably it wasn't like 80 at one point.
Yeah, now it's dropped down, but it's dropped down because of the reprint. But yeah, pretty good. Like, I'm pretty happy about him.
I'll finally be able to bring back my DD deck, and I'm going to be happy.
Hooray.
It's still not as consistent with only one macro and one D fissure, but
Ren
because
Judy.
but because of this though, I'll finally be able to get 3 Pot of Desires, and I'll be able to play that deck, and I will be wrecking shit. And I'm actually gonna talk later why I'm surprised more Soul Absorption slash remove from play decks have not been wrecking shit right now.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, but I'll be talking more of that later. How I feel about the Megatins overall is they're great. Pot of Desires is so sweet to finally get, and getting another cool Dark Magician is going to be cool as well. Because we just got some with the Duelist Saga, and now we're going to get even more. This has been like the time for Blue Eyes and Dark Magicians, let me tell you. Those collectors, man, they got so many to collect now.
I know. There's just so much going on.
So many reprints of Dark Magician and Blue Eyes now. So many. And that's everything we got for News of the Week. So let's move over into the state of the game discussion. First one, I have a couple things on the docket here, but of course we could have more. First one that I have here I want to bring up, so we got the full spoiler list for OTS Pack 4. Again, I know we haven't been on for a little while, so I know this is kind of a little bit old news, but we haven't been on for a little while, so I do apologize for that. We know everything is, and now we getting strikes, lightnings, and fusions,
Oh
all on
my.
Ultimate, which I think is great. Everyone's going to want their strikes in Ultimate Rare. People are going to want their instant fusions in Ultimate Rare. The lightning is the only one that I figured was like I'm not gonna say it's weird, but it seems a little off because I feel like there's other things they could have made ultimate that people would have been way more appreciative of.
Yeah.
But lightning isn't a horrible choice.
Like Wabaku.
You want that Wabaku, don't you? You want it so bad.
I just wanted to get foil once. It deserves it.
Has never been foiled, right?
Right. It's been reprinted 12 times, but never a foil.
Man, Wabaku. One day you'll get your dues. Other things in there as well. We're going to be getting Photon, Thrasher, some Metaphos, Ball Flame, Ronin Totems in it, of course. Retaliating Sea, some DD cards, Gofu, 1 day apiece, Union Hanger, and then those are all of our supers. Oh yeah, actually 1 day apiece is going to be a super as well, which is kind of cool.
Yep. And Swirl Slime is the DD monster that needed a reprint. A little bit late since the deck kind of fell out of favor when Zodiacs began existing, but appreciate it nonetheless.
Indeed. And now with Ronin Totem coming out, everyone can finally have their shiny frogs.
Oh yeah.
Because when a deck becomes meta, they got to have shiny versions of everything. No one cared if they were shiny before.
I want to be shiny.
In our commons, we got things like Water Magician, Barrier Statue, we got the Inferno, and then the Torrent one. Artifact Lancia. We got our Super Kaijus. And Horner the Phantom Beast, I think, is a cool one. Because I always thought that was a great card. I kind of wish people played it more. But that's more of an issue of stun altogether. So overall, OTS packs looking good. I think they've got at least the 2 ultimates that people are definitely going to want.
I want the strikes for sure.
Yeah, and of course they look great. I will say some artwork does look better in Ultimate. I don't generally think Ultimate always looks better, but some artwork just looks better. Like Strike clearly looks a lot better as Ultimate. Alrighty. So that's cool. OTS packs looking good. Keeping it up.
Oh yeah.
Next, we'll move on to some single card discussions I have here. As I mentioned earlier, in terms of what we were talking back and forth there, we got some new Duelist Pack Legend Duelist cards shown, and some in there were shown, like, we had some like Red Eyes, Black Dragon, and stuff like that, but I don't care about any of that. I'm here to talk about the Amazonas cards. So the first one we got here is I have Amazonas Princess, level 3 Earth Warrior type monster, 1200 attack, 900 defense. This card, you can only use this card's name twice. only use this card. Okay, I'm sorry. It must be a word translation thing because it's weird to read that. You can only use this card's name 2 effects once per turn. This card name becomes Amazoness Queen while it face up on the field and in the graveyard. 2. If this card is normal or special summon, you can add 1 Amazoness spell or trap card from your deck to hand. 3. When this card declares an attack, you can send 1 other card you control you control or have in your hand to the graveyard. Special summon 1 Amazoness monster from your deck in defense position, except Amazoness Princess. Oh my, this is a great card. I like it because I actually do have an Amazoness deck. Mine's a Solidarity build. What I like about this is now what's really cool is, let's say because Amazoness has a lot of interesting spell and trap cards they have at their disposal that are proprietary. And generally what people have done is like, all right, I can make a theme base around those proprietary traps, or I can just make a consistent beatdown version of Amazon that has cool cards like Sage and, the trainee who's just going to keep plopping things back down, and then possibly drop the queen just to make everybody unbeatable. Seems the way to go. But now with this, you can try to make a mixture, because now you can search out. You can literally play one of all the specialty cards, hope you don't draw them. Well, even if you draw them, it would be horrible because you got one of. Or you can, just drop her down and search out exactly what you need at the moment. So adding that consistency in there is so nice, because they already can have Rhoda at their disposal because they're all warriors. But now they can have this girl to search out the spells and traps in addition to be just rotoring out the one monster you need. So that's really cool. Also, with her name being Amazoness Queen, it makes you think, I don't really need to play Queen now, because anything that I would need Queen for, I could just use her. Well, that's cool, but I do like I personally still like Amazoness Queen, because I like that she has a decent body of 24 attack, and then she protects herself and the other Amazons from being destroyed by battle. I still like her. I still like the idea of running like 1, but this princess can take up a lot of that and do that cool. And she can bring out things for free. So if you want to, you can even bring out that Amazoness Queen for free. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, and if you play like the village, and I still feel like a Solidarity build would work best for Amazoness, but with these other support cards, things could change up quite a bit. The next one here, which is a card you might want to bring out with her when you attack, is Amazoness Pet Baby Tiger. It's a level 2 Earth Beast type effect monster, 500 attack, 500 defense. You can only use this card's name's effects once per turn. This card name becomes Amazoness Tiger while faced up on the field or in the graveyard. Oh, I'm sorry, while on the field or in the graveyard. If this Amazoness monster is normal or special summoned to the field, if an Amazoness monster is normal or special summoned to the field, if this card is in your hand, you can special summon it. So it comes out for free when something comes out. So you can go Princess, get something, then Pet Tiger can come out, or you can go Pet Tiger for another Pet Tiger, and there you go. Now you got your rank 2 play right there if you need to do something like that. Also, this card gains 100 attack for each Amazoness card in the graveyard. What I think this brings to the table is the idea, as I just mentioned there, the idea of now maybe you have rank 2 plays going on here. Because it's not a tuner or anything, but you can bring this out and do some crazy rank stuff. I like that.
It is pretty cool.
Yeah. And again, it has that same clause of like, hey, it's Amazoness Tiger, so anything you need to proprietary for Amazoness Tiger, this can now facilitate that. And then we also got some new Amazoness spell and trap cards they showed too. We got Amazoness Call, which is a quick play spell card, we always like quick play spell cards. You can take 1 Amazoness card from your deck, except Amazoness Call, add it to your hand, or send it to the graveyard. So, oh my. Also has a second effect. Oh, sorry. I missed the first line of text. You only can activate one of these cards, one of these effects per turn. Or you can banish this card from the graveyard, then target 1 Amazoness monster you control. During this turn, other monsters you control cannot attack. That target can attack all monsters your opponent controls. So this is a really fucking sweet card. Another way to keep searching out your Amazoness cards, which is amazing, because this thing can search out your monsters and your spell cards. Adding more consistency to the deck is always good. I think no matter what, people are going to throw at least 3 of these in Amazoness deck they can make up. And it has the add effect where, gives you that chance to take out everything on the field if you have to. Maybe your opponent built up a big board. You're like, hey, I got my Amazoness Queen, maybe, who's beefed up through Solidarity or even the Amazoness Village, enough to just be bigger than everything. Being able to take out everything in one battle phase just so you can eliminate all their advantage they gained, eliminating the big field that's causing problems. And most of the time, Amazonas are going to be running over to get rid of things. So most likely, if you're going to be doing this, your guy's going to be big enough, and you're going to run over everything. So that's really cool. This is a good spell right here. This is like true support here, and I love it. Next, the final one here for Amazonas cards is we have this. Oh God, what's this? Amazonas Ambush. It's a continuous trap card. Has 3 effects. Once per turn, during either player's battle phase, you can special summon 1 Amazonas monster from your hand. But it gains 500 attack till end of the turn. Second effect, after damage calculations, when an Amazonas monster you control battled an opponent's monster, you can banish that opponent's monster. If this card in the field is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can target 1 Amazonas monster in your graveyard and special summon it. Oh my, this is another great card. I like all this support they're making, because it all still supports the theme of them just running into things with their beefiness, and then something can happen as a result of that. If you can't run them over, well, here you go. You can now banish that fucker away. They get a little bigger through the ambush, and it can even recur some Amazonas cards and special summon them to the field. So overall, those 3 cards, those several cards there are pretty cool. This is like true support for Amazonas, and I think it's really cool. I like it. This opens a lot of possibilities with them. Super legit support.
Definitely, man.
Yeah. Is this tickling your creative fancies? Would you be interested in making some Amazonas decks again?
I tried at one point. I'll see how this works. I'm interested in the red eye stuff you keep passing over.
Well, you're more
But
than welcome to talk about the red eye stuff then.
I can say that it's a step in the right direction, but it's not enough yet. There's a little bit more we need, sadly. Like, Blue Eyes has it beat currently only because Alternative exists.
Alternative is a card that pops like a lot of things.
It's a special summonable 3,000 attack monster where you just have to reveal something.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
One comment I do have in the Red Eye stuff is it's so funny how we had Red Eye's bee chick, but now we literally just have Red Eye's baby dragon. Isn't that so funny? So it's like we got a chick, and then we got a baby, and now we got the full-fledged. We got the whole line now.
It's nuts.
It is.
I don't know why.
Also, what we saw in here was the legendary Fisherman support, which we have Legendary Fisherman 2 and 3 now, and we actually have a new fortress. So pretty much, man, this is super interesting. So it's still a level 5 warrior and everything, 22 attack, 18 defense. His name becomes Legendary Fisherman, obviously, while he's in the field or graveyard. When Yumi's on the field, or if you're smart, a Legendary Ocean, because no one's going to play Yumi. People are going to play Legendary Ocean. But this guy is unaffected by monster's effects, so theoretically he can come out for free, because if you're playing Legendary Ocean, he's going to be level 4, bring him out, he gets a boost, and he's unaffected. Very similar to the other Legendary Fisherman. When this face-up card leaves the field, by an opponent's effect, or is destroyed by battle, you can add 1 level 7 water monster to your deck to your hand. Which you could, most people presume, you get Legendary Fisherman 3. Or you get that new Fortress guy. Which is, it's pretty cool. He can come out if you tribute 2 water monsters. You can come out for special summon if you tribute 2 water monsters. Let's see. Just tribute 2 water monsters. You can special summon them. And you can do it from your hand or graveyard, which is cool. So you can get a big old semi-beater. He's that weird attack, that 2,350, but he'll get boosted with Yumi or, like I said, Legendary Ocean. When he is special summoned, you can set 1 C stealth attack directly from your deck to the field. And also, once per turn during either player's turn, your opponent's card or effects that target exactly 1 water monster you control and no others is activated. You can negate the activation and destroy that card. So it's kind of like a Titanial effect, but without tributing a plant. And of course, we got that. See, here's the thing. It's called Rage of Courage Sin, but isn't that going to be the she-self attack?
Yeah.
That's where I get confused sometimes with these preview things from Organization. So it's a quick play spell card. If Yumi is on the field, you can target any number of monsters your opponent controls up to the number of water monsters you control, whose original level is 5 or higher. Destroy as many of them as possible, and if you do, those monster zones cannot be used till the end of the turn. What's cool about this fucking thing is now monster zones are actually an important thing going forward. So all these cards that do these unique things like this is pretty interesting.
And it said regular monster zone. Did it just say monster zone or did it say main monster zone?
On organization, it just says those monster zones.
So yeah, it can possibly block off the extra deck zone.
Possibly, yes. Yeah. Rage of okay, so no, the sea stealth attack is actually the trap card. I'm sorry. I thought it was this quick play card and it was just some translation thing. But no, it's the trap card. And then finally, the continuous trap card for the Legendary Fisherman support is when this card is activated, you can activate one Yumi from your hand or graveyard. If Yumi is faced up in the field, this card gains this effect. So the trap card gains effects with Yumi's on the field. Once per turn, you can banish one water monster you control to the end phase. During this turn, face-up spell or trap cards you control cannot be destroyed by your opponent's card effect. Wow. That's pretty interesting. Also, at the start of your damage step, if a water monster you control, whose original level is 5 or higher, battles an opponent's monster, destroy that monster. That is interesting.
Very.
So this support is very, very cool and unique. It's definitely opens up new strategies and ideas for the decks and stuff. And I like how it maintains with the same original feel of the cards as well.
That's always good.
Yeah. Cool stuff indeed. The Exam Zone stuff is the stuff I was most excited about for sure. And then, okay, so that was I grouped those kind of together because they're all in the same like preview thing. But we also, from Collector's Pack 2017, we got another Amazonas support card, Amazonas Spy. It's a level 3 Earth Warrior Might type effect monster, 800 attack, 1200 defense. You can only use one of these cards' effects once per turn. You can reveal one Amazonas monster in your hand, special summon that card from your hand. Wow. So while this thing's on the field, just like reveal, I get it for free. Like these themes of like these just getting stuff for free in Amazon is like crazy. There's like 8 different ways to fucking get things for free now. You get like your village that recycles things when they get destroyed. You've got the spy bringing out things. These traps are recurring things from graveyards and everything. It's crazy, man. All this, it's like, man. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can target one Amazonas monster in your graveyard, except Amazonas Spy, and then add that to your hand or shuffle it into your deck.
Pretty gnarly.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is another card where it's like all the themes show here, seems to me that the way they want this to play out is it's like you take your Amazonas and you ram into things. And you use your trap cards to give you those unique things, like to banish things away, to do this. So you can play all these cards that are purposely ramming into things. Even if they get destroyed by battle, you don't care because now you're getting all these things off. And that's going to be like the way the Amazonases deal with situations, at least in terms of monsters, which is really interesting to me. Of course, you're going to be losing life points when this happens, and it's going to require you to actually be able to battle, which is really interesting. So a lot of cool support there.
Definitely.
Yep. And the final card I have here on our single card discussions is it's called OCG Quiet Life, but it's going to be called Slow Life here in TCG apparently.
I like this card so much.
Yeah, so we've got a new Floodgate card pretty much. So this is a continuous spell card. Activate this card only if you control no monsters at the start of your main phase 1. Neither player can special summon monsters during the turn they normal summon or set a monster. Neither player can normal summon or set a monster during this turn they special summon a monster. Oh boy. So this is definitely a Floodgate card. You play this at the right time, and it's going to slow down your opponent or even slow you down.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting, because generally, if you're going to normal summon, it's to get your special summons off. If you're going to special summon, the special summon part is just, I don't feel it's like a big hindrance, because if you're going to special summon, I feel like you're going to special summon, special, and you're not really going to use that normal summon. But the thing here is that most people use their normal summon to get the chain going, to get themselves going, to then go special summon like crazy. So it definitely slows things down when people require that normal summon. But it still doesn't hinder you too much if you're a person who goes special summon crazy first. Because if you're going to special summon crazy first, you can just keep special summoning. which is interesting. But they won't be able to normal though, which that could, as we all know, that normal summon in Yu-Gi-Oh was very important. And of course, the artwork is pretty amazing as well. That's like the forceful sentry being like, "Nope, I'm just gonna sit down, eat my bread and milk." So this is gonna be a fuck. I think people would play 3 of this bad boy.
Yeah, especially in slow anti-meta decks.
Yeah, it's
Or
like
Yosenju's.
I feel if we can just get Thunder King to 3, that would be enough to incentivize people to play anti-meta, because there's so many options out there for anti-meta cards. Like, I know we don't have like the vanities anymore, but we have this now, which can kind of facilitate the needs of what was going to do, and it's not impossible to get around.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting, like that we're getting this now. If we could just get like Thunder King to 3, it might entice people to want to do anti-meta again, because there's so many options out there now to do things. You can make some crazy anti-meta decks now. Alrighty, and that's everything that I had for the single card discussions.
Right.
So
Continue on.
I had a discussion for this week that I wanted to talk about. So I know we're a little late to this, but apparently there's a lot of players messing up on one of the last YCS streams.
Ugh. That
So
stream.
yeah, it was pretty much legit cheating, but fuck man, those seemed like mess ups to me, but whatever. I'm not here to talk about like whether the players were cheating purposely or they weren't cheating or it's a problem with Yu-Gi-Oh in general. I'm here to talk about the stream aspect of it. Okay. So here's the thing. Lately there's been a lot of mess ups on YCS streams with like people doing second battle phases, people drawing too much, people not presenting their deck to be cut and shuffle and things like that. I'm not
That's
too
an,
really worried about the cut and shuffle stuff, but like the extra battle phase and the I already normal summoned and this kind of stuff, like that's stuff that worries me. And I just feel like that this is not an issue with the players. Players make mistakes. That's just what it comes down to. And I feel this is all on Konami's end. These are their streams that they present to show off their game to the world. There are people who watch the streams that are not, Yu-Gi-Oh fans. I would say like out of the 5,000 that watch it, 4,000 of them may be like Yu-Gi-Oh fans, and 1,000 are like the passerbyers that are like, oh, this was Yu-Gi-Oh. Let me take this look. Or oh, I used to play this a year ago. Let me check what it's up now and stuff like that. Or just if it's on the front page of Twitch, you'll see just general audience checking it out. So when they present things like this, and then we see blatant like fucking cheating, whether it was accidental or purpose, or just general player mistakes that should have been caught by people at the table that worked there for them, like that's kind of embarrassing for them. And I think this is something they need to definitely freaking address. Now I know I was reading through arguments that the judges there or the people that are there at the table are they're not supposed to judge. They're just there to tell like the commentators what cards are being played and stuff like that.
ugh.
I know apparently it's not their job to do that, but here's my question, my answer to that. What the fuck? That's ridiculous. Why would Konami not dedicate a judge to the stream table? Like that's so. I maybe you can have some insight on this, Chris. Why would they? Why do you think they wouldn't dedicate a judge to just the stream table?
I don't know. Personally, I don't know the reasoning behind it. Maybe not to interrupt the flow of the game, the flow of the stream, or I don't know, but judges are supposed to be there to, make sure things are going smoothly. Like it is up to players. Players are the first defense when it comes to against like misplays or things like that because at the end of the day it's them playing. But it's like, if you see a mistake happening, stop it before it gets too much.
Yeah, exactly. And here's the like you brought up a good point there. The stream of the game, like because there's a judge sitting there every 5 seconds telling them they're messing up. That does ruin the flow. But my answer to that would be this is the stream. This is the
Yeah.
stream. This is Konami. They're putting what their game's about up forward. They should have a judge dedicated to it, and he should be saying, did they do a battle phase? Did they already draw? They should be noticing those things, and they should be there to correct those things. Because it's really interesting. Because like in the Europe side, Mega Capital G brought up a good point, and I actually did go back and watch some of the archives. When stuff happens in the European tournament, the chat catches a lot of it, and it gets relayed to the commentators. The commentators relay it back, and they seem to fix things. Now, I don't think that's the answer to fix this, but when the North American turns off chat, there's like no way that it can be known. So it's interesting why the Europe is willing to fix those changes for the sake of the stream, and even when North America, those two people that are just there to like tell the cards and stuff, even sometimes they do intervene. So that's what's really interesting to me. Like if they already don't mind those guys intervening once in a while, then at that point just dedicate a judge, and you could solve a lot of those basic issues. The way Pokemon does it is they got a judge on each side. And they
Jeez.
immediately say, "Oh nope, you have." If people forget to put damage counters on, they tell them you didn't put a damage counter on there. They're there. They got two people dedicated there, and the judges actually sign off on the sheet too, that they sign and stuff. At least on the stream they do. So if Pokemon's willing to do it right, I don't see why not. And Magic, they got like 3 judges around when they do streams. They've got like the table judge, and then they've got like the head judge who sticks around there sometimes. And then they've got like this intermediate like referee guy. I don't know what the difference between a referee and a judge would be, but like each card game, when they put up their foot forward on the stream, they've got those dedicated people. And it is not, and I am going to defend it's not the commentator's job to like, they're supposed to commentate the game, give feedback, what the player choices were, and everything like that. Yes, once in a while the commentator goes, did he attack already? But they don't have the power to say, all right, stop the game. You have to go back. They don't have that power. That's not their job. It just, so my whole issue with this whole thing is Konami needs to step up their game, man. They've done such great strides on their streams. I remember when their streams were so fucking shitty. The shitty overlays, the audio issues, the no commentary. Like, I remember those days. And they've come
Yeah.
such a far way, and the Europe's great, and the North America ones have actually improved so much. And just see these little issues come up, and actually there's been a lot of kickback, like a lot of fans were getting a little disappointed there, and they actually, I don't know, the whole drama of mega capital G things is it's drama, just what it is, but it does come off to me that when it's like when they get copyright strikes and everything, it does come off a little suspicious, especially the way YouTube is nowadays. But just how it is. That's drama. But anyways, Konami, come on, just put a judge on the table. That would just solve everything, and just have them intervene. Like hey, they clearly saw there was a battle phase in that one, and it wasn't like edited. I went back and even watched their archives that they still have up. The guy clearly took 2 battle phases, and that won the guy the game, and that's a shame, Like I know it's not the end of the world, but that player deserved a chance to win, And I know the other player should have noticed, but things like that on the stream table, I feel like should have been caught.
People
And
make
I don't
mistakes.
know, what are your whole thoughts on it, Chris? Is it just like, what do you feel about it?
People make mistakes, man. We're all human.
Yeah. So put a judge on the table to help mitigate those as much as possible. Because even the judge might miss something. But if there's not someone dedicated to do that, what's the point, Because it's really cool that they got the guys to tell you, the commentators, what cards get played, what the life points are, and everything like that. But we need that judge there. Or heck, maybe this is where a referee comes in. Maybe just a referee, where just he knows, is it battle phase? Is it this? Did they draw? Just and know the basic stuff, even if it's not a ruling thing they have to worry about. Maybe that is where a referee actually comes in. Maybe that's why Magic has like a referee guy and a judge guy, because I guess that's what their specific jobs are. So Konami, let's step it up here, because these are ridiculous issues, especially when the community is starting to talk about it, and then random copyright strikes. Although that's a little bit of drama to me, but still, that comes up, and it doesn't look good on your part, man. It does not look good. Konami, step it up. And I know they listen to people too, so they need to step it on up. Alrighty then. Well, that's everything that I had for the state of the game for my talking points this week. Did you have anything that you wish to talk about this week, Chris?
No, I'm good on everything.
Alrighty, that's good. Nothing too crazy there then. Now, there was one. Let's see. Did I save that Judge's Corner thing? Let me see. I don't think I did, because there was that one Judge's Corner you couldn't make it for that I did not have. Let's take a quick peek on that so I don't cheat out people here. One thing I would like to know, Chris, is while I'm looking this up here, kind of going back to my other thing. At a YCS, how many judges are there, and how does the judge breakdown work in terms of how do they go through the lines of tables playing? Like, like, just go over that whole process of it? Like, do they dedicate a guy to a line? Do they have a guy for a room or a section? Like, just kind of go over those type of things. If you know those things or not, I don't know if you do.
Okay. The number of judges at a YCS can vary based on how big they expect the YCS to be, but it's usually around maybe 30. Each It depends on the day what a judge is doing. On Saturday, which is the main tournament day, each judge has a certain section. A section is about I want to say a good chunk of tables, and you're supposed to walk up and down those lines while they have other judges doing side events and other judges handling registration for side events, and also judges who are just on call. Judges there to fill in when another judge needs a break. Day two, which is usually Sunday, there's not that many judges on staff only because, we don't need that many. We're not going to have that many side events and things are just going to wrap up.
Okay, well,
So,
that all makes sense.
yeah, so each judge has their own section. They're supposed to watch over their section, make sure it stays clean as best as possible and stuff like that. And then when a judge needs to stop, they get a break. They have a relief come in and, switch them out so that the
Tag it
section's
out.
always being watched.
And you get the tag out then. Okay. All right, then. So it's a section based type of thing. Okay, that makes sense. 'Cause I was to say, because they get their lines of rows and everything like that. And they kind of do like their patrolling thing and everything like that, I assume.
Yeah.
All right, well, that makes sense. That makes sense. I still say they should put the head judge on a giant chair dressed up as Judge Man. I still say it. It'd be so cool. Well, it'd also be really weird. It'd be cool and weird. Oh, boy. Alrighty. No, I cannot find that one, but I had one for this week. So with the recent reprinting of Treeborn Frog, to me, reading him, he now works like the OCG,
Mhm.
where he only
Where
comes
it's
back once.
uh,
But I recently I've noticed in the simulators he still comes back multiple times when you're set to TCG. So I'm wondering, did Treeborn Frog actually change to OCG rulings where he's coming back once? Or is it now that he's still, even though he says once per turn, he's still doing that he comes back multiple times during the standby phase?
I've heard nothing about it, so I got nothing for you on that one, sadly.
Yeah, because it's just I noticed the word changing in from Duelist Saga. He now says once per turn, bring him back during the standby phase. And I remember the way the OCG worked is if he got negated or something, he would stay. He wouldn't just come back. Like in TCG, if he gets negated in certain ways, he's coming back. But in OCG, he wasn't. He only comes back once. So I figured they changed the way it up. But in the simulator, he still comes back multiple times when I do enemy controller. So I don't know what to believe. Fun stuff, right? And I can't, the simulator is pretty good and all. It's just sometimes it's never truly right. It's like it had Swap Frog wrong for a long time, then it fixed it, and then Swap Frog actually got turned the right way, so it went back. So sometimes you just can't trust those simulators.
Sometimes, man.
But they're pretty close. Alrighty then. So let's have a little discussion here. So, how are you preparing for Link summoning format, Chris?
Uh, Doing schoolwork.
That's pretty much what it would be for you. Because I was going to say, in terms of being a judge, I wonder, have they? I don't know if actually that could be NDA'd, but without, if you're not supposed to say it, then I understand. But did they send out things beforehand for judges or anything like that when they do major changes like that?
They don't like. I haven't gotten anything.
Yeah, because I was
I
wondering,
just
because
don't.
like I was always thinking maybe back when Synchros and then XYZ, did they ever send anything out? But they probably don't. They just do the normal update their ruling stuff and everything, the master rules, and they call it a day.
Yeah, but I've gotten nothing, so that's all I'll say on that.
Yeah, I figured with like this big changes, because this is a game changer, that they would do something with terms of sending out some type of packet to like judges or something or anything like that. But no, at the same time I'm not surprised. Like I understand, like it's just a game at the end of the day. Just update master rules and call it a day. But it would be nice if they did things like that.
Well, we're gonna have to see.
Yeah.
We'll see what they do.
Yeah.
But so far, I've got nothing. I am going to YCS Pittsburgh next month, so I'll see if I can ask something. And if I can't find anything out, or if there's nothing to find out, then yeah, that's that.
Yes. Alrighty then. Well, that's everything that I had for State of the Game, and Chris has got nothing for us this week as well, so we'll be moving on. We don't have a Tech of the Week for this week for you guys, folks, because then Gandhi was going to be picking out one this week, but unfortunately he was not able to make it this week.
Good job, Gandhi. Let's see. Tech of the week. Let me see.
You
I
got
got
something
one.
for you? Want
I'll
to
make.
throw one to on the fly Tech of the Week, Chris?
Yes, I can. A card called Legacy of the Duelist, which recently came out in Duelist Saga. I'm going to give you the exact text. It's a continuous magic. Okay, let's see. There we go. Legacy of the Duelist
Oh, I
is a
got it.
normal. Oh, I'm sorry. Is an effect spell card. Oh, God darn it. I'm sorry. Is a continuous spell card. All right. Card. I forgot. Legacy of the Duelist is also the name of the game.
I was trying to
Uh,
find it. I only finding the game. Is that what it's called?
yeah. Legacy of the Duelist from Duelist Saga. Definitely.
Alrighty.
Oh, I have an idea.
Oh no, I'll get the picture. I'll get it.
Oh, bet you will. Oh, duh. Google didn't do
Because
that.
the wiki is amazing. You just click search and you just type in Legacy of the Duelist.
Oh, that's not fair.
From what, Duelist League 2, you said?
Uh, should be just Duelist Saga. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're talking about that Dark Magician card.
Dark Mission Blue has cards, and I got
Yeah,
the
I
text.
got it. Yeah.
Yep. So it's a continuous spell card. When one of my monsters declares an attack, I can target one spell trap card they control, negate my attack, and if I negate my attack, destroy that card. Each player can only set one spell trap from their hand once per turn. Monsters cannot attack the turn they were special from the extra deck. That includes pendulums because they came from the extra deck. And finally, a part that I like about this card, during my draw phase, before I draw a card, I can give up my normal draw and then add one monster from my graveyard to my hand. So I have the ability to recycle my monsters. It slows down the game a little bit because they can't just, spam their extra deck and attack you. Though they can use extra deck monsters to get rid of this and get rid of the stipulation, and setting one spell trap from hand per turn does stop quite a few decks. Well, it slows them down, especially Paleozoics. Like, if you open this versus Paleozoics, they can only set one trap per turn unless they get rid of it somehow.
And they need to flop them all down because they got to get their chaining off.
Yes.
Yeah, I just kind of went over my radar a bit when Duelist Saga came out. But I can see the benefits of possibly trying it out, especially because there'll be a lot of them out there. Because the way they printed that off, this definitely was like basically a common card. Like there's a lot of these out there, so you could probably possibly get it really easily. We all know how we like those tech cards that are easy to get and cheaper than like the expensive stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, what I really like, but my favorite part about the card is definitely instead of drawing, you can add. Like having that option is like, oh my god. Talk about power. Can you imagine if it said you could add one card instead of just a monster? That would have been balls nuts. I think everyone would have been playing that then.
It would be amazing.
Yeah, everyone would play that card then. The Beyblade is still pretty good because generally every tech uses a monster card, right? Even Paleozoics use some monster cards.
Yeah, frogs.
And they got to recycle that tree, the tree toad.
Oh, yeah. Just pop it back to. Well, I don't know about giving up my draw to put back an extra deck monster because I'm losing a card.
Understandable. That would be like a worst case scenario type thing. Like you really need that card back, or else you're gonna lose. Which shouldn't happen too often. You basically would rather draw generally if you want to bring back instead of getting extra deck monster. Yeah, but cool tech of the week, Chris. On the fly tech of the week. Appreciate it.
Well, that's how we do here at the main phase. I'm sorry, standby phase.
That was the prequel show.
It's like calling the WWE the WWF. I could get in trouble.
Oh no, World Wildlife Federation's gonna come after you.
Oh boy. Or maybe the old main phase host will come after me. Barnaby Jones will string. Oh, whoa, can't say that. Barnaby Jones will beat me up.
I like how you can't say strangle, but you could say beat me up.
Oh, I was about to say something else.
Oh boy, well I'm glad you didn't.
Yeah, this show is PG-13.
Sure it is. Fuck.
Wait, no. X-Men had the one F-bomb in it. So
Motherfucker. Oh, now we're R.
Darn it.
Damn it. I did it. I ruined it. Oh
We're
no.
not sponsors if you keep up messing.
Oh, I'm not. We're not answering to sponsors. Fuck that.
Well,
Yeah, fuck Troll and Toad. Fuck TCG player.
God.
Oh wait, who else can we hate on? Or I can hate on, I should say.
Oh boy, who else
'Cause-
can Matthew hate on?
let's see. Let's see. Who else is there? So, oh yeah, fuck the TC. Oh, I got core TCG. Fuck them.
What
What
did
else we got?
Cortez do to you?
What's that other one? What's that gem one?
Oh, game-ending mats.
Yeah, fuck game ending mats. It's all about that one site that I don't remember the name of.
Wow. The one side I don't remember the
All right,
name
we're
of.
starting beef today. We're getting into this drama money. We need to make this drama money.
Oh boy, are you gonna call it Jonathan Moore as well?
Why not? Let's see. Who can we make fun of the Yu-Gi-Oh community?
I don't feel like making fun of
Yo,
anybody.
M. Cole, you fat. There you go.
Oh, no, do that. Robbie Cole's cool. I've met him.
Hey, I'm fat too. That means it's okay, right?
You're kind of husky. I wouldn't call you fat.
Oh, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. I know. Who else can we start drama with? We gotta start all the drama. That's how we get the Yuki monies. The Yuki tube monies. That could be a topic in and of itself, all the drama money. Like every community does that. I don't think there's any place that doesn't. It's just so popular. Drama, drama, drama. There's a reason that TMZ has been around for so long. Oh, it's just fun stuff, I guess. We like to kid around here, folks. That's just what it is. All right, then. Well, I guess that'll be our show. That's an interesting way to end it. I want to thank Chris for coming on, as always.
Thank the audience for listening to us.
Yeah, since we are rated M.
I don't know how.
Oh, we said fuck before in the show. Come on.
So if X-Men movies, but they say PG, PG-13.
You can say fuck once and have PG-13.
I know. That's the point I'm making. You said it more than once.
So we are. How can we get NC-17? We just gotta show tits, but we can't show tits because it's Twitch.
Yeah.
Get banned. They get mad if you see like a tiny bit of side boob. They'll be like, "Oh my god, no, we're not that kind of site. Get off of here."
Definitely.
How dare you show shoulder?
Shoulder.
They're not that
like
bad.
1920s.
They're not that bad. Oh yes. So thanks everyone for watching. This has been Mega Scorchers the Standby Phase. Make sure you should check us out on all of the social networks. Check out Mega Scorchers card game shows on Facebook, Google Plus, at the main phase on Twitter, because we still have that one from when it was the old show. Or you can just search Mega Scorchers card game shows on Twitter and it'll pop up as well. And even make sure you check out the website, megascorcher.com and megascorcher.proboards.com for join the forums to continue the conversation beyond the show.
Wait, we have a Twitter?
Yeah, it's still the main phase one. It's at the main phase, but the name of it is Mega Searcher's Card Game Show, so you could search it either way. You're like, I need to follow this. I now has a Twitter.
Yes, I do have a Twitter, so let me get on it. Oh yeah, this is it. Mega Scorchers Card Game Shows. All of these different symbols and the pendulum symbols. We need to get a divine in there. Nah, we don't.
Everyone keeps shitting on me for that divine, but let me tell you.
Well, oh shit, and the remove from play has a stage. Beep.
There you go. All right, now that everyone clearly knows where to go to find us, I want to thank everyone for watching or listening. It has been Mega Scorcher Standby Phase, Sunday, April 23rd, 2017, episode 38. We'll catch you all next week, everybody. Peace out.
Yeah, we'll catch you next week if the Yugi Tuber ninjas don't come and kill us.
Oh yeah, I had to start all that beef, dog.
Oh my god.
Oh my
Bye,
god.
guys.
All right, bye-bye.